My name is Bren Orton, originally born in Warrington, which is a small little town in between Liverpool and Manchester. And now I live in Nottingham when I'm not travelling. So I left home when I was about 16 years old, pretty much had enough of school and my parents and moved down to Nottingham to live in my friend's garden. So that worked out well, still living in my friend's garden, but got a bit better accommodation now, which is sweet. So generally I'll paddle twice a day, pretty much every day. Usually take Sunday as a more chilled out day to mess around with my friends. Training wise off the water, it's generally in the middle of winter I'll head into a gym just because it's more pleasant than doing push-ups and chin-ups outside. But then now I start to bring it outside and do calisthenics and gymnastics, which seems to work really well. Seems to go quite well with kayaking strength. People keep telling me about my diet, and to be honest, I love to eat well, but I'm 18 years old and living away from home, so I don't really have the money to eat Marks and Spencer's chicken breast every day. There's loads of people that push me to kayak. I mean, for getting my runs down and getting the moves right, and just all of that. Pringle, who's the world champion at the moment, is a huge inspiration. So I come paddling with him, and he would. He'd be doing moves I'd only ever seen on videos, and that, you offset them, you think, oh, I'll never be able to do that. But then suddenly you're paddling with a guy that's doing it every day, and suddenly you're like, well, maybe I could do that. So you try a couple of 100 times, and eventually you get it, and then you want to link onto it. On the creative side of things of trying to do new moves, Rob Edgar, who is really good freestyle kayaker back in the day of rodeo, is awesome, because he'll look at what I'm doing and he'll be like, that's really cool, but try throwing your Godzilla downstream instead of upstream, and all this cool stuff to just get me thinking about how to link moves and how to do new moves and such like. Yeah, he's a really good source of creativity. And then as to people that inspire me, like Rodney Mullen is like the original street skater. He was a guy who would just go out and skate for 5 or 6 hours a day and try and come up with something new. And just as a byproduct of loving what he did and doing it so much and trying to be inventive, he won everything. And that's what I'd much rather be known for doing, is trying to be creative and make a couple of new moves up, rather than being the kid that did the moves that have been out for the past 10 years and somehow managed to string them together quick enough to win. Sponsorship wise, I've been really lucky to be sponsored since I was 15 by Piranha. They're a really cool company. They were the ones that were like, here's a kid that loves kayaking, here's a boat, go have fun, see what you can do, send us a couple of pictures. And it's evolved from that now, so I can speak to people all the time and be like, let's work on this boat, let's do this, let's do that, can I have some more kit please. First person I ever applied to sponsorship for was Paul Robertson, also known as Cheesy from Palm. I was about 13 years old, and for some reason I thought I could be sponsored by Palm. So I emailed Cheesy and was like, I can do a loop, and you should give me free stuff. And Cheesy replied really nicely to me. He was like, thank you for your email, but I think you should just go kayaking for a couple of years. And then I won a youth freestyle and got a load of Palm kit, which was awesome. And then unfortunately about a year after that, all my stuff got stolen from Nottingham, and Cheesy helped me out again for London Boat Show and sent me some new kits and whatever. And got invited onto the team after I came third in the World Championships in 2011. Awesome company to work with. Luckily I've had the chance to go to a lot of countries. So the first big trip I ever took was when I was 15. I went to Uganda for the first time. I've been labouring on a building site in the summer to save up the money, but I didn't have a credit card, so I had to liberate my nan's credit card from a wallet and pay for it on that, and then give her the money. My head still actually hurts from when my mum found out and she disciplined me. Been to a couple of competitions abroad, namely Austria and Germany. Also went out to the States last year, which was wicked. For pretty much competing abroad is the only real type of competitions I enjoy now. Just because it's something different. There's a new spot, there's new people, there's new moves. Whereas unfortunately, competing here at the white water course, it all gets a bit same, and it gets quite boring at times. Winning is honestly, it doesn't mean anything to me. I'm so absorbed in like self-criticism. Like if I win, I don't care. Like if I lose, but I did the ride I wanted to do. The moves went well, the links went well, the ride flowed, and someone beat me, I don't care. But then, you know, that's the best feeling for me. Winning and losing and getting a shiny piece of metal around my neck means nothing. It's more about actually in the moment of doing my ride. That's the key thing for me. So yeah, I went to Uganda, had an awesome time, and I've been there another 2 times, which is a wicked place, really cool. Unfortunately, this time I got malaria, which sucked. It's one of the hazards of living cheaply and not buying malaria tablets. I'm pretty, I don't know, you could call it naivety, being a teenage boy, I don't know. I'm not actually scared of anything at the moment, I don't think. There's been a couple of times where I've been on the river and I thought, ooh, that could have gone badly, but it never did. I think sooner or later it's all gonna come crashing down, and I'm just waiting for that beating now. Sooner or later it will happen, and I guess that'll be the time when I stop and think, yeah, I'm not sure if I want to do this anymore. So my name is Bren Orton, here at the GB selections for the 2013 Worlds in America. This is set to be the biggest Worlds yet, with the Americans funding. We had a competition earlier on in the day with in the inlet gate. Everyone paddled really well, but Rob Crow especially had the rise of his life. It's unbelievable. So it's pretty much down to me and Rob now. He's just about to take his ride in the background. Hopefully we both qualify, because he's a really good friend. And yeah, look, fingers crossed, I've done enough to get in again. And looking forward to a good World.